Hello everyone, welcome back to AV Chess Lab. This is knockout day number 2 of the Opera Euro Rapids. Carlsen only needs to draw the match to advance, so Dubov has to bring his A game. After some adventures in round 1 in which Magnus had to survive a horrible game, we arrive here at game 2 with Magnus playing the white pieces and Dubov conducting the black pieces. We have e4 by Magnus, e5, knight f3, knight to c6, bishop c4. Carlsen has success with this line on day 1 in round 1. Knight to f6, d3, and h6 by Dubov. Not bishop e7 as in their previous game, but this is typical Dubov trying to complicate things and create chaos. The game continues with knight to c3, bishop b4, pinning the knight to the king. Here Carlsen just castles, the bishop takes knight, pawn takes, and yes, you give away the bishop pair, but you damage the pawn structure for white. Black castles, the bishop retreats to b3, d6 by Dubov, knight to d2 by Carlsen. He prepares on f4. Maybe if the center opens up, this knight can eventually come to e4, maybe relocate itself to g3. Dubov takes the chance and breaks through in the center with d5. E takes d5, knight takes d5, attacking the pawn on c3 with the knight. So Carlsen has to go knight to e4, protecting the pawn. f5 here is not possible, or at least it will be a bad move since now the knight will be pinned. So here Dubov goes for knight to a5, trying to remove the bishop from the board. Carlsen goes bishop takes d5, queen takes d5, and bishop takes on h6. An amazing trick, but sadly it does not work. f5 by Dubov, and now both pieces are being threatened. G takes on h6 is in the air, and f takes on e4. So Carlsen has to throw in this intermediate c4, attacking the queen. The queen goes to c6. And Magnus comes back with the bishop, attacking the knight on a5. So now, if pawn takes, we're simply going to take the knight, and the material will almost be equal. White will be up a pawn. F takes on e4, bishop takes on a5, and white is up a pawn. But due to the bishop of opposite colors and the activity of black pieces, Dubov should be able to hold this position easily. He goes for queen to g6. In this semi-complicated position, Magnus was full of laughter on the screen, not sure what could have been happening. Here he goes for queen to e2, and after rook to f4, Magnus completely misses the idea here and plays this incredible blunder, bishop to d2. And with this move, Magnus goes from winning to just lost, and Dubov does not miss his chance this time. He goes for bishop to g4, and a smiling, giddy Magnus goes berserk and starts saying all kinds of things, and it was clear he was disgusted with his last move. f3. Any other moves lose. Queen to e3, for example, runs into bishop f3 with the mate threat on g2 by the queen. So g3 has to be played, but after queen to g4, you cannot prevent this queen to h3, queen to g2 without sacrificing your own queen. So instead, Magnus goes for f3. He has to give away his pawn. Bishop takes, attacking the queen, attacking the pawn on g2. He has to go queen f2, only move. Here, rook to g4 forces this g3 move. White is lost, and all Magnus can do here is to pray for Dubov to go wrong, but in positions like this, Dubov is just automatic, and this should be very simple for him. Rook f8 by Dubov, rook a e1 by Magnus. He just has to continue to wait. Rook to f6, d takes on e4. Magnus is up 2 pawns but completely lost. Here Dubov goes for queen to h5. There are so many threats. Magnus continues with rook to e3. This move is probably the best, as it protects the third rank in some situations. Dubov continues with bishop takes on e4 with a discover attack on the queen by the rook on f6. And here Magnus plays queen to e2, another blunder by Magnus. He should have continued with queen to e1. This move was necessary to keep the game going and keep an eye on the pawn on g3. The game could have continued with bishop takes on c2, rook takes on e5, attacking the queen on h5. Rook takes on f1 check, king captures, queen takes on h2, queen to e2, and black still attacking, but the game continues and anything could have happened. Instead, after queen to e2, Dubov throws in this rook takes on g3 check, and Magnus had to resign. The threat is simple. If h takes the rook, we go queen to h1 check, and if the rook takes on g3, the Dubov goes queen takes on e2, and the game is over anyway. With 2 games to go, Dubov just needs to hold serve, and we will have a playoff, people. Hope everyone enjoyed this game. Thank you for watching. As always, stay safe, have a great day, and show respect to your opponent. See you next time.